Good afternoon and welcome to Thedford, Nebraska. Jeremy Shipe and Dave Burney with you here on our video streaming platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We are from KCNI, KBBN Radio in Broken Bow, Nebraska, and we welcome you to today's broadcast of D2 playoff action. We're in the second round. Sandhills, Thedford, and Mead about to do battle here. This is a number 1 and number 16 seed matchup. Sandhills, Thedford won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they'll be kicking off to start our contest. They'll be going from left to right on your screen this afternoon. Mead will be going right to left to start the contest. Absolutely beautiful here in Thedford. We're in the mid-60s. There's no wind like there was across Nebraska yesterday. It's nice and still. I shed my jacket. The most I see is a sweatshirt on the fans here. Good crowd on hand. We should have a lot of fun this afternoon broadcasting this game for you. Thanks so much for coming along for the ride. Braden Gugamus will kick it off for Sandhills Thedford. He puts his toe into it at the Sandhills Thedford 30, and we are underway. Mead returning it at the 1-yard line is Tyler Pickworth. Pickworth flirting with the 20-yard line. He'll get drugged down just short of it. They're going to spot him at the 19.5-yard line, and that is where Mead will start their opening possession. Throughout the broadcast, you're going to see sponsors scrolling in the bottom right-hand part of your screen. They are bringing you this broadcast this afternoon. We'll give them shout-outs throughout the afternoon. Quarterback Luke Carrott stands in the shotgun. To his right is Bo LaCroix. Carrott snaps it back, hands it to LaCroix, and he's met immediately. That one was sniffed out immediately right off of the bat by Sandhills Thedford, Zeb Wild. He had him wrapped up around the waist before he was able to do anything with it. Zeb leads the Sandhills Thedford Knights pretty often in the sack category. He's got 5 on the season. He's just behind Drew McIntosh, who leads the team with 9. There was a TFL for him, though. Second down outside of the sticks for Mead. They go to the air, which they do pretty often. This time the pass is short to A.J. Carrott. So it's going to be 3rd down and 12 here in the opening possession for Mead. Mentioned that they throw the ball a lot. They've put the ball in the air 166 times this year. Over 1,600 yards passing for the quarterback, Luke Carrott. Carrott stands in the shotgun again. Fake the sweep. They try to set up a little bit of a screen, but with no screen men. And the ball falls at the feet of Bo LaCroix. So that's going to be a 3 and out. Mead is going to have to send on the punt unit deep in their own territory. Trey Hickman and Gugamus back to receive it for Sandhills Thedford. Just underway, 11:15 to go here in the first quarter. Still scoreless, but Sandhills Thedford's defense tackles Mead for a loss, and then they weren't able to make up any ground after that. The punt angles out of bounds near us here at the press box. So they run up and they spot it at the 36-yard line. So Sandhills Thedford is going to start in Mead territory for their first possession. So we'll see what the Sandhills Thedford offense can come up with. I formation, we'll say that a lot this afternoon. Reese Zudevern goes under center. Hands it, he fakes it. He wants to pass right out of the gate. Puts it up in the air. Coming down with it inside the 20-yard line is Seth Scranton. So Sandhills Thedford comes out. They go away from the run, which I'm sure is what Mead was really prepared for this afternoon. But Sandhills Thedford, they can pass it too, and they show it there. Big completion to Seth Scranton. They sit at the 16-yard line of Mead. Zudevern has 34 passes on the year, but for 403 yards and 7 touchdowns. Trey Hickman give off the right side. Trey is going to be wrapped up. Coming over there is Mead Raiders' A.J. Carrott, and he wraps him up, drops him for a loss on the first running play for the Knights. So now Sandhills Thedford outside of the first down sticks. We'll see what they can come up here on second down. They go back to the I. Zudavern will go under center. Snap is back, give it to Hickman. Picorni lead blocks for him, but coming in and chopping out the legs of Hickman comes A.J. Carrott again. A.J. has an impressive amount of tackles on the season, comes into this one with 65. The highest tackling leader for the Mead Raiders is Bo LaCroix. He's got 110 to lead the team. So now Sandhills Thedford facing third down and long. Give this time is to Picorni, and he's wrapped up right after a gain of just a couple. Gets up to just short of the 10-yard line, but now Mead's defense has really rallied here, and Sandhills Thedford is faced with a fourth down and a short 5 at the 10-yard line. So we'll see what the offense elects to dial up here. Scranton split out to the left side. Hickman comes out of the backfield and will be on the right side. Zudavern in the shotgun, Picorni to his left. Hickman in motion. The snap is low. Zudavern controls it. It's going to be a design quarterback run. He's going to get awfully close to that first down yardage. From the angle we're at here in the press box, can't really tell where that one is at, but he was falling right at it. And they do signal the first down. Got it by about a half a yard. Sandhills Thedford, this is their opening possession. Started with the ball at the 11:09 mark at the Mead 36-yard line after they forced a punt. Zudavern with Picorni standing to his right, 4-down lineman. Snap back to Zudavern, a pitch to Picorni. Makes a good move in the backfield and runs into the end zone for Sandhills Thedford's first score. But Dane Picorni, if he wouldn't have made that jab step in the backfield, he would have been in trouble. But the move gets him into the end zone, and from 5 yards out, it's a Dane Picorni touchdown. Now the 2-point conversion. Back to the eye is Sandhills Thedford. They hand it off to Hickman, and he comes through, drops the ball at the end, but the 2-point conversion try is successful. With 8:07 to go here in the first quarter, Sandhills Thedford takes their opening possession from the Mead 36 all the way to pay dirt, and they lead it 8-0 here on our streaming platforms, brought to you by KCNI KBBN. Welcome back. Sandhills Thedford to kick it off for the second time this afternoon after taking the 8-0 lead. Gugamis will back up and prepare to kick this off from the Sandhills Thedford 30-yard line. Mead would like to do something with it on their second offensive possession. Sandhills Thedford obviously would like to stop them from doing that. Braden puts his foot into it so hard he puts it through the end of the end zone, and we'll bring it out to the 15, and that is where Mead will start with their next possession. Mead opened with the ball, ended up having to punt it after going only backwards on their first offensive possession. Only punted it to the 36-yard line on their own side of the field. Sandhills Thedford took advantage from there and took it all the way to pay dirt. They lead it 8-0. Luke Carrott stands in the shotgun. They send a man in motion. They do hand it off to him. Braden Karanda is going to be wrapped up on the far side. Football comes out at the end of the play, and they say that Mead got back on top of it and will have second down. But as you can see, Sandhills Thedford obviously very excited about the football coming out. No gain when all is said and done, so Mead will draw up something new. As coming to the sideline is Karanda, and he's kind of holding his stomach area. Might have gotten popped pretty hard there. Might have been what forced the ball out. Second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Luke Carrott, snap back to him. A little bit of a quick option. Pitches it out to A.J. Carrott. Actually getting the carry was Bo LaCroix, so LaCroix is again tackled for no gain. Third down and 10 coming up. Mead trying a little bit of everything. They've tried a couple of passes. They tried a sweep play, and then there they tried the quick option. But Carrott not able to get the defense to commit to thinking he is going to be the runner. And he pitched it quickly, and that's what got LaCroix wrapped up really quickly. Snap back to Carrott. Now he wants to pass, looking for a man. Oh, had a beautiful pass right on the hands of Tyler Pickworth. It goes right through his gloves for an incompletion. Sandhills Thedford fortunate there because that would have gone for first down yardage at the very least. But now Mead, fourth down and 10 again, unable to get any yards offensively, and they're going to have to punt. Snap is back to Tanner Price. Tanner puts his foot into it. Again, angles it our direction, and it goes out of bounds in Sandhills Thedford territory, but they only do mark off one extra yard from where the ball fluttered to, so Sandhills Thedford will have it at their own 36.5 yard line. You remember back to the last time they had the ball, they started from their opponent's 36. Now they'll start at their own 36. Certainly still not horrible field position. This is D2 playoff football between Sandhills Thedford and Mead. Glad to have you along for the ride. The sponsors down in the bottom right-hand part of our screen have brought this broadcast to you this afternoon. Give us to Hickman, and he's tripped up after a gain of 5. A good job coming over there for Mead was Bo LaCroix. Again, we mentioned he is the leading tackler for the Raiders, has 110 tackles on the season. And he just tackled a guy that's got 89 carries for 761 yards and 21 scores this season. That's Trey Hickman. He'll be the running back as they come back in the I. Hickman gets it again. He's got 5 already. He's got 15, 20. He's down inside the 15-yard line after racking up a nice 25-yard plus run. And now Sandhills Thedford knocking on the door again, just short of the 10-yard line. From the 13-yard line, Sandhills Thedford will come to the line of scrimmage again and see what they can do here on their second possession. Out of the eye, Zudavern goes under center. Reese snaps it, fakes the handoff, wants to go to the air, and does, finds his man. Seth Scranton reels it in for the touchdown for Sandhills Thedford. Beautiful throw from the quarterback, Reese Zudavern. He finds Seth Scranton, who went on a little out route, made his way to the end zone and broke out to the outside, and he reeled it in from 13 yards out. Now the two-point conversion from the eye. Zudavern hands it off to Hickman, follows Picorni, and is into the end zone for an extra 2. Sandhills Thedford leads at 16-0 here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Back after this. As we get ready for our kickoff, want to thank our wonderful sponsors you've seen scrolling on your screen so far this afternoon. Bass Enterprises, BD Broken Bow, Govier Brothers Mortuary, Harsh Mercantile, Thedford Public Schools, Gateway Motors, Kyle and Carrie Hakey, Security First Bank of Thedford, Broken Bow Livestock with Drew Gaffney, Crossroads Auto Repair Specialist, Western Nebraska Bank, Sandhill Oil, Ewald's Grocery, Midwest Partitions, Custer Public Power District, Roadside Inn, and Consolidated. This is going to be another touchback for Braden Gugamis. And again, the 15-yard line is where Mead will attempt to get something started offensively. Have been unsuccessful working against this defense of Sandhills Thedford so far. It's not to say they haven't had some looks that open your eyes a bit. They had a pass over here to the near side that went through the hands of Tyler Pickworth that could have gone for about 20 or 25 yards, but he was unable to come up with it. 1st and 10 from the 15, third possession already of this game for Mead here in the first quarter. Snap is back to Carrot. Carrot goes to the pass really quickly to Tyler Pickworth, and he's chopped down at the 35-yard line. So there's what we were talking about. Pickworth ran a great route earlier here in the first quarter, and he ran one again there and picks up the first down of the contest for Mead. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Snap back to Carrot for the Raiders. He pitches it back to Tanner Price. Price searching for some room, but he's going to be tackled inbounds here on the near side for no gain. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Again, later on this afternoon or early evening, whichever you want to consider it, I'll make my way down the road and have the call for you of an 8-9 matchup that's very interesting in D1 football between Anselmo Myrna and Stanton. The 8-9 matchup I called last week between Arcadia Loop City and Nebraska Christian ended up being probably the best game in the state. So that 8-9 matchup, again, is going to be intriguing. A little bit of a quarterback draw here for Luke Carrot. He's already got himself 5 yards, and that is all he's going to get as Scranton runs over and eases him out of bounds on the far side, right at midfield. They spot him forward an extra yard, so inside of Sandhills Thedford territory is Mead. 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Raiders as we tick closer to 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. This easily the most successful offense that Mead has run so far this afternoon. Carrot with LaCroix standing to his left, snaps it back. Throws it across the middle, and juggling it and unable to come up with it was Tyler Else. That's a quick incompletion, and Mead now facing 4th and 4. They're flirting with deeper Sandhills Thedford territory. We'll see if they elect to go for it. The furthest they've been up the field so far. And it looks like they want to keep the drive going. We'll see a fourth down play. Our first fourth down pickup attempt of the game for either team. Split out near side is Tyler Pickworth. We'll keep an eye on him. Snap back to Carrot. Carrot looks this way, goes for Pickworth, who gets behind the defense and reels it in. That's a big first down conversion for Mead. And we see a flag come in at the end of the play. Well, Pickworth just didn't wait to see what the defense was going to do. He just ran right past them all the way into deeper Knights territory. Now the officiating crew talking things over. Sticks haven't moved yet. They just want to make sure they've got everything right before they call them up the field. And we've got a personal foul face mask against Sandhills Thedford, so that's more yardage on the end of this play. So now Mead inside the 10-yard line, and might be able to hear the cheers from the Raider faithful here on our near sideline saying, now you got to use it. That's certainly what this offense would love to do. LaCroix stands to the left of his quarterback, Luke Carrot. Pickworth out near side. Snap back to Carrot, looking for Pickworth, but well, actually, there was kind of a crossing route there. He could have been looking for Pickworth, or he could have been looking for A.J. Carrot as well. Ball careened off of Carrot, I believe. Might have been off of his helmet. It's incomplete, so we'll go back to the 9-yard line. 2nd and goal from there. Camera is doing its very best to focus with all of this sun pouring in on a late October afternoon. We certainly will not wish away the warm weather, though. We'll take the sun for sure, and so will these players. A little out route is going to be thrown to Karanda, and Brandon couldn't come up with it. It was thrown right into his chest by the quarterback, Luke Carrot, but he couldn't come up with it. That would have been inside the 5-yard line, so now 3rd down and goal from the 9-yard line for Mead. They've put together just enough plays to get down here inside of Sandhills Thedford territory. You add on that face mask that Sandhills Thedford had on Pickworth at the end of his big catch, and that's where we sit. 3rd and goal from the 9. Carrot stands alone. 2 wideouts, split near side. Carrot goes the opposite direction. He's pressured immediately, and it's going to be picked off. Dane Picorni with it across midfield. Cuts inside the 30 to the 25. Is he going to find more room? He's got just the quarterback in front of him, and he makes a touchdown-saving tackle at the 6-yard line. What a play, Dane Picorni. The quarterback, Luke Carrot, was pressured immediately. I missed who was coming up and applying the pressure, but he tried to put as much arm behind it as he could. And Picorni came up and spotted that ball out of the air and took it back the other direction and almost scored 6 more. From the Mead 5-yard line, 1st and goal from there. I formation for Zudevern. Fakes the pitch, throws it out in the flat, and Drew McIntosh reels it in and scores 6 for Sandhills Thedford. They make quick work of the turnover by Mead, clear down on the other side of the field, and that's gotta hurt if you're the Raiders. You were knocking on the door. Picorni takes it the other direction, almost returns it for a touchdown on the interception, and one play from 5 yards out scores it for Sandhills Thedford. Now the 2-point conversion. Handoff is to Hickman. Hickman searching for some room. He's going to be stood up as he is short of the line. So Mead stiffens on the 2-point conversion, and the score will remain Sandhills Thedford 22, Mead 0. Welcome back. We await another Sandhills Thedford kickoff as they have gone up 22-0 here in the first quarter. Gugimus runs forward and puts his toe into it at the 30. And this will bounce into the end zone as Pickworth could have brought it out if he had kind of angled himself right at the goal line, but best to take that free 15 yards, which they will do, and they'll start at their own 15 again. Best starting field position that Mead has had was their own 19.5-yard line, and that was on the opening possession of the game. Since then, they've started from their own 15. We'll see what the Raiders can come up with. Snap back to Carrot, looking for Pickworth. He was stumbling, so Carrot has to run it himself. Makes a couple of good moves and gets himself a gain of 5 yards up to the 20. It was a good job by Luke Carrot, just kind of creating on his own when he saw his receiver was having trouble going out on a good route. The quarterback, Carrot, has 56 carries coming into this one for 320 yards and 7 scores. So he certainly has run it a lot less than he's thrown it from the quarterback position, but he showed there he's got the moves to do it successfully. Carrot from shotgun, hands it off to LaCroix. The big guy squirts forward for a gain of a couple. LaCroix is a junior, 6'1", 205 pounds. There in the backfield. Now 3rd and manageable here for Mead. Raiders looking at a long 3 yards to go to pick up the first as we tick inside 2.5 to go here first quarter. Split out to the far side is Brandon Caranda. Near side is Pickworth. We'll see if they look Tyler's way again. Snap back to Carrot, looks to Pickworth initially, now goes the other direction, and being flung right at the first down yardage to gain is A.J. Carrot. It'll depend on the spot. Dane Picorni really got a hold of him over there on the far side of the field, but in wrestling him down and A.J. Carrot putting up a fight, he was able to get across the yard to gain for the first down. So now Mead really trying to figure out how to consistently pick up these first downs. Has been very successful the last 2 times out offensively. Carrot, snap back, quick pass over the middle. Reeling it in is Bo LaCroix, and he's got another first down off of the pass play. That one good for 12 yards, and now Mead is flirting with midfield. So Mead showing that those numbers that you look at when you look up their stats are not fake. They've come out throwing the ball quite a bit here in the first quarter. We have ticked inside of 2 minutes to go first quarter. They find themselves down 22 in the opening period, though. Carrot drops back, and a man is wide open here on the near side. That's LaCroix again, and he's got himself another first down. LaCroix was free. He had nobody covering him. Could tell a couple of linebackers were keeping an eye on Luke Carrot because things kind of spread out quite a bit when Mead put that many receivers out into the formation. And LaCroix kind of got lost in the Sandhills Thedford defense. Now just inside the 30-yard line of their opponent are the Raiders. Luke Carrot, 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left. That's Pickworth. He looks at Pickworth, now looks back to the right, now looks back at Pickworth and completes a pass for a gain of 7 right across the middle. Just about took the official in the middle of the field's head off with that bullet of a pass. We've got a flag on the field. We'll see what this is. It's right there around the line of scrimmage, and that's usually not a good sign for the offense. And it is a hold. So the hold is on Pickworth. So it's a 10-yard variety. So that puts them about half a yard back into their own territory. So now Mead really has their work cut out for them. I don't keep track of pass averages, but I would guess if I was, their passing plays are averaging probably around 8 or 9 yards so far in this one. Obviously that long pass to Pickworth really helping out that average. Snap back to Carrot. Looks to Pickworth, who just does a quick turnaround route. Now finds room inside the 30, but he dropped the ball. Trying to fight for extra yardage. Tyler Pickworth loses the football, and Sandhills Thedford jumps on top of it. Another costly turnover for Mead, but a big-time play from the Sandhills Thedford defense again, just as Mead was kind of figuring out how to get their offense going again. Now Sandhills Thedford with 19 seconds on the first quarter clock comes to the line in the I formation. Zudevern, handoff to Hickman. Hickman's got a big gain out around midfield, and a flag flies in at the end of the play as he's tackled. Clock will stop because of the flag and because of the first down yardage gained. So we'll sort out this flag and see what everything's about. It is a hold against Sandhills Thedford. So now 2 holds, 1 by each team in the last 3 plays from scrimmage. But because it was a spot foul, and then it was a gain of 11 on the play, they essentially have first down and 11 to go now from their 29-yard line, does Sandhills Thedford. I formation again, 3 seconds to go in the quarter. They do get one more snap off. Give us to Hickman, and he's wrapped up before he can reach the 30-yard line. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage for this set of downs, and that is it as we go to the second quarter. Sandhills Thedford 22, Mead nothing. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have second quarter action for you here on KCNI KBBN Radio's video streaming platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So here we go for the second quarter. We switch sides of the field and we switch the direction the teams are going, and Sandhills Thedford faces second down and 5 after we switch things around. Snap back to Zudavern, hands it off to Hickman. Hickman follows his blockers, has a first down on the far side, out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. You remember the Sandhills Thedford's game last week, if you're a Knights fan. They're already kind of behind their scoring average. Scored more than 30 points in the first quarter. It was a quick start for the Knights in that victory against Lawrence Nelson. Put a lot of the subs in the second half and ended up getting the victory 60-20. Now Zudavern can't handle the snap, tries to grab it, can't get it, and Mead jumps on top of it at the 25-yard line. So a bad snap results in a turnover for Sandhills Thedford. They don't have very many of those in the form of fumbles this season. And that might be a costly one. It remains to be seen what Mead can do with it. But they start at the 25-yard line of Sandhills Thedford. So the night 25 is where Mead will start their next possession. Easily their best starting position. And we've got Mead calling a timeout, our first of the first half. 11:29 to go, second quarter. Will step away and come back for their first play from scrimmage this possession. So Mead has talked things over in their huddle, and we'll come out and see what they come up with out of the eye. Tanner Price in at quarterback, and he can't handle the snap. Who's going to get it? Sandhills Thedford jumps on top of it. So there we go. Mead can't get one play to go from scrimmage, and Sandhills Thedford steals the ball right back. They gain a yard in the process, and will start at their own 26-yard line. Snap came out of there pretty hot for Tanner Price being under center. It fell forward for a yard, and Sandhills Thedford hopped right on top of it. So now the Knights look to redeem their turnover. That last time out, handoff is to Picorni. Patient running, and he gets a gain of a couple there on first down. Sandhills Thedford yet to score this quarter. Neither team has scored. In fact, both teams with a fumble in their opening possessions of this quarter, and that's where we stand. Sandhills Thedford with the third total possession of the second quarter, 2nd and 8. Snap is back, handoff is to Hickman. He's finding some room on the near side, up the sideline, tiptoes, and is tackled out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. Good run by Trey Hickman. And that's a little bit of light for Sandhills Thedford after turning it over their last time out. First down from just outside of their opponent's 30-yard line for Sandhills Thedford. Snap back to Zudavern. He fakes the handoff to Hickman, breaks 2 tackles, and is out inside of the 25-yard line, That's a good 7-yard gain. Second down and a long 3 coming up for Sandhills Thedford. From their opponent's 25-yard line, here comes Sandhills Thedford. Zudevern in the shotgun with Hickman to his left, Picorni to his right. They both flare out on routes. Zudevern steps up, has a ton of room, makes a move, and goes inside the 5-yard line, leaps for the end zone, and he's in for 6. There is a hold that is called. A flag came out on the back end of the play. I wasn't able to catch it. So they'll back Sandhills Thedford up. And they'll give her another shot. This time going to be starting from their own territory at the 38-yard line. So that spot foul really backs them up outside of the sticks. They've got second down and more than 20 coming up now. Knights up to the line. Zudevern with Picorni to his left, Hickman to his right, gives it to Hickman. Hickman gets a good block from Picorni, gets himself a gain of 5. But Sandhills Thedford still with their work certainly cut out for them. Third down and long, just across midfield after that play on second down. So we approach 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Sandhills Thedford up 22-0. Been a sloppy half at times for both of these teams. Sandhills Thedford holding on to this 22-0 lead because of the scoring they did in the first quarter. Hickman split out near side, bottom of your screen. Far side to Scranton. A little bit of an option here for Zudevern. Didn't pitch it to Picorni, tried to find something up the middle and got about 4 yards. Now it's going to be fourth down and 11, a long 11 for Sandhills Thedford. We'll see what they elect to do here, up 22-0. This was a drive, by the way, that started at the 11:25 mark. Sandhills Thedford was back on their own 26, and since then they've just kind of been going forward, then backwards, forward, then backwards. Now they spread everyone out. 3 receivers to the right side. The ball flies out of there. And we've got a timeout. Coach Dynas wants to talk things over with his Knights. So at the 8:31 mark, we've got a timeout on the field. We're in the second quarter. Sandhills Thedford leads it 22-0. Out of the timeout, we'll see what Sandhills Thedford has drawn up. They come out, they kind of flip the formation. 3 wide receivers here near side for Zudevern, and now we've got whistles again. Now Mead wants to take a timeout. Coaching staff clearly not happy with how the defense was lined up on this pivotal fourth down here in the second quarter. Well, we'll keep it here for a moment. This will give us an opportunity to talk about some of the other things going on in D2 football. Of course, this game started at 3 o'clock. Also starting was the 8-9 matchup just below this game on the bracket between Layton and Osceola. Layton 6-2, Osceola 7-1. I'm sure Sandhills, Thedford, and Mead fans keeping an eye on that one. Riverside and Johnson Brock are the 5-12 matchup. They start that at 5. Elgin Public, Pope John, and Bloomfield, the 13-4 matchup. That's a night game at 7. Pender and BDS at 5:30. Ansley, Litchfield, and Mullen is a 6 o'clock Mountain Time game, two of our area teams. As the snapback is to Zudavern. He's immediately pressured. Zudavern has room on the far side. We've got a flag. This one's going to be coming back. Another flag thrown really far into the field of play. And I think they're going to call this a illegal block on Parker Ballinger. As there's a Mead Raider on the far side of the field, Ballinger got full hold of that block on the far side, and I would imagine that's what all these flags are in for. The officiating crew throwing those flags with plenty of enthusiasm. We'll step away for a moment as the officials and the training staff tend to the injured Mead Raider on the far side of the field. So a hit to the head is the call against Parker Ballinger, who came back on the crackback block. And now Sandhills Thedford is way outside of the sticks. They're inside of their own 30-yard line. They would need to get to the Mead 23-yard line to pick up a first down, and now they're going to come out in punt formation with Trey Hickman standing near his own 15-yard line. Snap is back to Hickman. Steps forward a few times, puts his foot into it, and this one careens off the side of his foot over on the far side of the field. So we'll see where this one is marked. The official comes up, and right at midfield is where Mead will start their next possession. The injured Mead Raider, by the way, was Titus Lee, and he was able to come to the sideline under his own power. They're looking at Titus over here on the near side bench. Certainly hope that he's okay and may be able to re-enter this contest. From midfield, Mead's offense finally back out on the field after Sandhills Thedford's last possession burned off a few minutes. Back in there at quarterback again is Luke Carrott. Luke steps up and is wrapped up around the neck and brought down to the ground. Brady Dahlberg got a hold of him defensively. Was able to wrap him up and bring him down to the ground. Loss of about half a yard, so second down on a long 10 coming out for Mead as we tick inside 8 minutes to go first half. Carrott stands with LaCroix to his left in the shotgun. Split out near side is Jacob Herring. They hand it off to LaCroix, and he's got some room up the middle. Gets that lost yardage back plus an extra 5 yards. So for third down, Mead is going to be right in the middle of the sticks, 3rd and 5. Already nearly an hour into this contest, started at 3 o'clock. Looking like the first half is going to take at least an hour, as 7 minutes is what we tick inside of now. Split out to the far side is Pickworth. Near side is Else, as well as LaCroix, who comes out from his back position. Carrott is immediately pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Reese Zudavern comes up And that's going to be a 9-yard sack on third down. That's tough to swallow if you're the Raiders, because you go from third and manageable, maybe even in 4-down territory. Now you take yourself outside of the sticks. I think they're going to have to bring on the punt team. Offensive line just could not hold up to all of the heat and pressure that Sandhills Thedford brought that down. Back to punt it away for Mead is Tanner Price. Stands at his own 25-yard line. Calls for the ball, steps into it. Gets a good punt off. In fact, this goes over the head of Kyle Cox and makes it into the end zone just barely. So the 15-yard line is where Sandhills Thedford will start their next possession as we get a look at their offense again. So Sandhills Thedford has not scored here in the second quarter. I would venture to guess that they have not had a single quarter where they have not scored at least once this season, regardless of it being the first half or the second half with the second string in. I formation for Zudavern. Picorni and Hickman behind him. That's Scranton actually in the halfback position. As the handoff is to Picorni, he gets forward for a gain of 13 there on first down. Good positive yardage for Sandhills Thedford on the first down of the series as we tick inside of 6 minutes to go, first half. Out of the eye again. Handoff is to Picorni. Picorni kind of juggled the ball a little bit, now controls it, has another first down inside Raider territory, still grinding down to the 30-yard line. 20-yard gain for Dane Picorni, and he is just being a workhorse on that run, as it took 3 Mead Raiders at the end of it to drag him down to the turf. First down from the 30-yard line for Sandhills Thedford. Knights up 22-0 over Mead. And they go back to the I formation. Handoff is to Picorni. Scranton lead blocks for him. Picorni swims through a tackler on the near side and is knocked out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Another first down for Sandhills Thedford. 3 plays in a row have resulted in a first down for the Knights. Clock stops as Picorni was shoved out of bounds inside of 5 minutes. From the 18-yard line, snap to Zudavern. Handoff is to Scranton. Scranton squirts forward for a gain of a couple to a few. For the first time this drive, Mead is able to keep Sandhills Thedford kind of smothered on that play, and they hold them to have to face a second down now. Seen a little bit of everything so far in this quarter. A lot of it has been punting and fumbling of the ball. Both teams have a fumble. Both teams have a punt. Sandhills Thedford looking for the first score for either team as they play inside of the 20-yard line. Give us to Picorni, is inside the 10, knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. It's going to be awfully close to a first down. In fact, it is a first down. So it's going to be first down and goal from the 8-yard line for Sandhills Thedford. Can tell that they might be a little bit motivated from their last offensive series and how ugly it kind of was. Now they're really taking care of business and going out there with some pretty clear focus. Out of the eye. And we've got movement on the line. We'll see who it was on. And it is on Sandhills Thedford. You might call announcer's curse on that one, honestly. I was just talking about how clean their possession was, and they commit a penalty. So now they've got first down and goal from about the 14-yard line. We're inside of 4 minutes. I formation for Sandhills Thedford. Snap to Zudavern, handoff to Scranton, and he's wrapped up immediately. Coming in and making the tackle for Mead comes Keegan Converse. Keegan really doing a good job of running up, getting a hold of Seth quickly and not letting go. So now second down and goal from exactly the 10-yard line. As we approach 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Zudavern hands it off to Picorni. Picorni goes around the outside, breaks one tackle by going low, and walks into the end zone for 6 points for Sandhills Thedford at the 3:01 mark of the second quarter. Sandhills Thedford up 28-0. They want to make it 30-0 with this 2-point attempt. I formation. Hand off is to Picorni. He leans forward and does score the 2 points for Sandhills Thedford. They extend their lead to 30-0, 3:01 to go first half. We'll have the kickoff when we come back. Alvaro Ferran, the foreign exchange student from Spain, gets ready to kick this one away from the Sandhills Thedford 30-yard line. Earlier in the season, in the regular season, saw him almost complete a 35-yard field goal. It was just off. Might be my last opportunity to see a field goal that long in 8-man football as Ferran runs forward and puts his foot into it. This one falls at the 15-yard line and does get into the end zone, so it's a touchback for Alvaro. The 15-yard line is where Mead will start again. Something they have done a lot this evening with the touchbacks for Sandhills Thedford. So now the Mead Raiders have 3 minutes and 1 second to work with, down 30-0. We'll see what their offense comes up with, if they're aggressive and put their foot on the pedal trying to run up the field quickly and get a score, or if they're kind of conservative going to the half. Carrot in the shotgun with a man behind him. That's Tanner Price. To his right is LaCroix. 4 down linemen. Snap back to Carrot. Drops back to pass. Feeling pressure. Throws it up. Wow, what a pass. Near side to A.J. Carrot, who reels it in. That's good for a 6-yard gain out across the 20-yard line, but he just dropped that right into the cookie jar. Stands as a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4. It was a beautiful, beautiful pass from the quarterback, Luke Carrot. And if you're Mead, you only ran 5 seconds off the clock to run that play, and you got yourself 6 yards. Now you can take your time in getting to the line to make sure your next play is successful as well. Pickworth split out near side. Far side is Tyler Else. Snap back to Carrot. Receives it with his right hand. Puts up a pass over the middle, and Scranton intercepts it. And he's going to take this one to the pay dirt on the other end of the field. Seth Scranton got his hands on that one. Just read the quarterback's eyes perfectly and took it in for another 6 for Sandhills Thedford. And that's the opposite of what Mead wanted to accomplish that time out. Based off of what we saw on first down, looked like they were maybe putting things together a little bit to put a little drive together to end the first half, but Scranton cut that route in half. Pass was intended to Pickworth, and Scranton took it the rest of the way. Now the 2-point conversion for Sandhills Thedford. Hickman is the second man behind Zudavern. Picorni in motion, slides to the right. It's going to be a fake pitch. Zudavern goes out in the flat and passes it out to Scranton, who reels it in for another 2 points for Sandhills Thedford. Your score 38-0, 2:48 to go, first half. We'll come back with the next kickoff after this. Well, Sandhills Thedford does it defensively the last time out. Seth Scranton with the pick 6. Now Pickworth gets it inside of his own 5-yard line. His first opportunity to return a ball. Breaks 3 tackles and now is out across the 30-yard line and tackled out of bounds there. So Mead with some life in the special teams category. And we'll see what the Raiders can come up with good field position after the return by Tyler Pickworth. 33-yard line is where they'll start. Split out near side is Brandon Caranda. Far side is Jacob Herring. Handoff to LaCroix up the middle. Dances his way around. The ball comes out, but I think the play was blown dead as he was stood up kind of in a seated position. Gain of a couple. Second down and a long 7 coming up for the Mead Raiders. LaCroix stands in there. Coming to the sideline is Caranda and Herring. Pickworth split out to the far side. Near side, bottom of your screen, is Tyler Else. Snap back to Carrot. And jumping up and just really smacking the ball to the ground was Andrew Furrow. He got a 2-hand spike on that one. Read the eyes of the quarterback, Luke Carrot. Knocked that one down, incomplete. Third down and 8 still to go with 2:03 to go, first half. Between the passes and the incompletions and all of the scoring and the penalties, we've got ourselves a really slow-moving football game here this afternoon. LaCroix stands to the left of Carrot for the third down snap. Goes through his progressions, tries to pass one out, and we've got a flag coming in. Picorni got the shoulder pad of the Mead Raider on the near side, A.J. Carrot. Yanked him to the ground. That's going to be pass interference on Sandhills Thedford. We call it a hold. So they mark off the yardage, and it's going to result in a first down for Mead. That's exactly what the Raiders needed with under 2 minutes to go here first half if they want to put something together before they run out of time. Near side receiver is Tyler Else. Pickworth on the far side. Snap back to Carrot. LaCroix blocks for him. Carrot stands up, throws a pass, and Pickworth gets it inside of the 20-yard line and is wrangled up at about the 18-yard line is where Mead will have their next play. So now their offense kind of rolling down, took advantage of the penalty when it looked like their drive was going to take a stall. Now they're really knocking on the door. They've been down here a couple of times, but either a turnover or something else has kind of pushed them away every time. A lot happening here in the last few minutes of the first half. Mead knocking on the door from just outside their opponent's 15. Snap back, and Zudevern gets his whole arm on that one as Carrot couldn't get it out of there quick enough. Really, Mead is fortunate that he attempted a pass, because if he didn't, he certainly would have been sacked for lost yardage. Second down from outside of the 15-yard line coming up for Mead. LaCroix to the left of Carrot. Pickworth split out to the far side. Pickworth is going to be the intended receiver, and he is able to reel it in after running a little 4-yard route. So that makes third down a little bit more manageable for Mead as we now approach 1 minute to go in the first half. Third down and 6 coming up for the Raiders. And if you're Mead, this is certainly a drive where you feel you've got to score, especially knowing that your opponent won the toss at the start of the game and deferred. So you're going to have to kick it away to the Knights offense to start the second half. Snap back to Carrot, looks near side, does get a reception in to Pickworth, and he's inside the 5-yard line, so that's good enough for a first down. With 42 and a half seconds to go, Mead really knocking on the door now. First down and goal from inside the 5. And we've got a timeout called by Sandhills Thedford. They want to talk things over and consider their goal line defense. We'll step away for a second as well, and when we come back, we'll have the remainder of the first half. Well, here we go. Mead knocking on the door inside the 5-yard line. They've got first down and goal from there, 42 and a half seconds on the clock. Pickworth split out to the left side. 2 receivers to the near side. They look for Pickworth. They pump fake, and did he come up with it? He did. The Raiders punch one in with under 45 seconds to go in the first half, and Tyler Pickworth is on the receiving end of that one from his quarterback, Luke Carrot. A good drive there by Mead. Sandhills Thedford with a penalty that kind of continued the drive on right around midfield, and the Raiders were able to take advantage and punch one into the end zone. Now we'll see the 2-point conversion. Carrot with Tanner Price standing behind him. He's going to pitch it to Price. Price looking for some room, but he'll be well short of the goal line. The 2-point conversion is no good. So with 38.1 left in the first half, Sandhills Thedford leads it 38-6. Teams run back out on the field, and we'll await what is more than likely going to be our final kickoff of the first half. After we come to a close here in the first half, I'll take a look at how we got to this score on the scoreboard with you. Take a look at our scoring rundown. And then we'll kind of step away for a moment, and when we come back, we'll have second half for you. To kick it off for Mead is Tanner Price. Runs forward and kicks it away from the 30-yard line. End over end kick, and it goes out of bounds. So we'll see what the Knights elect to do here. If we'll have a re-kick or if they'll just take the penalty and get their offense out on the field. And I think they are going to do a re-kick. Coach Dynas knows he's got some explosive returners over there for the Knights. He wants to give them an opportunity to take one up the field for better field position than that penalty would have given. So Tanner Price will kick it away again from the 25-yard line this time. And we're off again. This time Price knocks it right down the middle of the field. Gugamis picks it up on the far side hash, reverses field, out across the 30, and is tackled just short of the 35 at the 34. That is where Sandhills Thedford will start their next possession with 31.8 remaining on the clock. So we'll see what Sandhills Thedford elects to do here. Play clock is started. Sandhills Thedford in no hurry, obviously, as they now come to the line. From their own 34-yard line, handoff is to Hickman. He's out across midfield already. Pushed down his blocker. He's inside the 20, inside the 15, and is knocked out of bounds there. So now that kind of maybe makes your decision for Sandhills Thedford. Might have been one of those types of situations where they were seeing what they could get on the first play with that 31 seconds on the clock. And I would say that that play was a success now inside of the 15-yard line. So now we might see some aggression out of Sandhills Thedford to try to put more points on the board before half. Picorni, the fullback. Hickman is the running back. Handoff is to Hickman. He follows his blocker in front of him, and he is into the end zone for 6 more. I called Picorni that was in front of him. It was, in fact, Zeb Wild at the fullback position. And Zeb goes out there and is the lead blocker on that play, and he threw one heck of a block as they were working towards the sideline. And with that score, it's now 44-6, Sandhills Thedford. As now we'll see an extra point attempt from Alvaro Ferran. Ferran runs forward, puts his foot into it, and knocks it through to make it 45-6. Beautiful looking kick there from Alvaro Ferran. And now Sandhills Thedford started with the ball with 31 seconds on the clock. They go from their own 34-yard line all the way to pay dirt to make it 45-6. Back after this with our next kickoff. Kickoff coming up for Alvaro Ferran for Sandhills Thedford. They go all the way from their own 34-yard line all the way down to score another 7 points, taking just over 10 seconds off of the clock. from inside his own 5. Tyler Pickworth picks it up for Mead. Gets it up to the 15-yard line before being wrapped up there. And we'll see what the Raiders can do with the final 20 seconds worth of time. Kyle Cox came in and made the tackle for Sandhills Thedford. He's got quite a few tackles in general all over the field, both in special teams and on defense on the year. 66 tackles for Kyle Cox so far this season coming into this one. We'll see what Mead draws up here. Split out near side is Brandon Caranda. Pickworth over on the far side. Luke Carrot has LaCroix to his left. Snap back to Carrot. Goes across the middle. Making the catch is Brandon Caranda. And he takes a big hit from Dane Picorni and somehow holds on to the ball. It was a good job by Brandon holding on to that one. 6-yard gain. And that is it for the first half. Sandhills Thedford leads at 45-6 at the half here on our video streaming platforms. Before we step away, let's take a look at how we got to that point. We started in the first quarter. Sandhills Thedford won the toss and deferred to the second half. Mead took the ball from their own 19.5-yard line but ended up having to punt. Sandhills Thedford started their first drive with less than a minute off of the clock in the first quarter from the Mead 36-yard line. That drive ended in a 5-yard touchdown run from Dane Picorni. The 2-point conversion was good. It was quickly 8-0 Sandhills Thedford. Mead punted away again after having to start deep in their own territory. Sandhills Thedford started from their own 36-yard line after the poor kick, and that drive resulted in a 13-yard touchdown pass from Reese Sudavern to Seth Scranton. The 2-point conversion was good. It was 16-0 Sandhills Thedford at that point. Then for Mead, they started from their own 15-yard line, something they did a lot in the first half. They threw an interception inside the Sandhills Thedford 10-yard line right when they were looking to kind of have the 16-0 Sandhills Thedford score at that point. That proved to be a pivotal turnover because Mead would not score until we were inside of 3 minutes to go in the first half. Sandhills Thedford made them pay for throwing that interception. Dane Picorni took that interception all the way down to the 5-yard line, whereas Reese Sudavern would pass to Drew McIntosh to score 6. The 2-point conversion was no good. It was 22-0 Sandhills Thedford. That was our final score of the first quarter as Mead fumbled the ball away and Sandhills Thedford took their next possession into the second quarter. That was a possession they ended up fumbling away as well on a bad snap, but Mead on the very next play from scrimmage had a bad snap of their own, fumbled it back to Sandhills Thedford. The teams traded punts, and then Sandhills Thedford was able to get together a good offensive drive from their own 15-yard line. It resulted in a 10-yard touchdown run by Dane Picorni. This time the 2-point conversion was good, and at the 3:01 mark of the second quarter, it was 30-0 Sandhills Thedford. You notice that the first scoring that happened in the second quarter was at the 3:01 mark because of all of those turnovers. A lot happened in that last 3 minutes of that first half. Mead took their next possession, starting at their own 15-yard line, and took it all the way down, but it resulted in an interception. A pick six by Seth Scranton just as they were getting their possession started. Scranton took it into the end zone, and just like that, it was 38-0 after the 2-point conversion was good. Mead then took the ball from their own 33-yard line on the ensuing kickoff, and at the 2:30 mark, they were able to send a touchdown pass into the end zone from Luke Carrot to Tyler Pickworth. That made it 38-6 Sandhills Thedford as the 2-point conversion was no good. Then the Knights took the next possession with 31 seconds on the clock from their own 34. They went all the way down the field. A large run on the first play from scrimmage from Trey Hickman set them up well. Hickman finished it off with another run, and at that point it was 45-6 Sandhills Thedford. The extra point conversion was good to make it 45-6. Mead ran out the clock after that, and that is where we sit here at half. At half, your score 45-6 Sandhills Thedford on top. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half for you right here on our video streaming platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Welcome back to Thedford as we get ready for the second half. We are here at halftime, and we've still got a few minutes before halftime. But I did want to come on and make an announcement because of the 3 games that we are doing at KCNI KBBN, and because of kind of the setup that we have, doing this on video stream and doing 2 other broadcasts on radio, I'm going to hop in the car and make my way to Myrna to be able to do the play-by-play of that game between Myrna and Stanton on KBBN 95.3 FM. The Anselmo Myrna Coyotes, the 8 seed, and Stanton comes in as the 9 seed. Dave Burney, who has been on the camera for us this evening, standing to my left up here in the booth, is going to continue to be here on the broadcast, and he is going to bring you this broadcast for the remainder of the contest, the second half. And as we work our way further into the contest, you'll still be able to get the picture and the score down in the bottom of your screen. So the only thing you'll be missing will be the play-by-play. We will have a microphone on the announcer in the other room, so you will be able to get a rundown of who is making the tackles and who is throwing the ball, catching the ball, and running the ball. But it will just not be in my voice. Thank you very much for listening into the first half of this contest between Sandhills, Thedford, and Mead, and I hope you have a wonderful time enjoying the second half here on our video streaming platforms. My name is Jeremy Shipe. I'm with KCNI KBBN Radio in Broken Bow. Dave Burney is the camera operator, and he's not normally doing sports with us out on the road, but we're a little bit short-handed this week, and with all of the games going on, Dave stepped up and said he would control the camera for us this evening, and he's done a great job so far, and we appreciate his help. So with that, I will send us back into our halftime break, and when you come back, you'll have the picture and the action here in this game between Sandhills, Thedford, and Mead. I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon and evening, and if you would like to tune in to the game on KBBN between Anselmo Myrna and Stanton, that will be starting at 6 o'clock on 95.3, as well as kbbn.com and the free app. If you are going to be looking for the Broken Bow and Pierce game later on this evening, that will be on KCNI, as well as kcni1280.com and the free app. Thank you very much again, and have a great rest of your afternoon. Enjoy the second half.
After the game on the hometown side, so throw out picture after the game in front of the hometown bleachers. Here we go, second half action this
Coach, can you
afternoon.
hear me? Over.
Great afternoon for football in the Sandhills. Appreciate everybody coming out to support our
Yeah, if it looks like they're
student
running away
athletes.
from AJ, you might think about
We've worked
flipping
hard to
it.
be here today, and we want to make sure they all know that we appreciate each and every one of
Can
them.
you hear me now? Over. Can you hear me now?
This is the radio station now, so anything you say is on the radio. There's your popcorn.
Did you hear that about AJ? Over.
Pick up every. Tanner Price to tee it up. Gugemus takes it on about the 10-yard line. He's going to bring it all the way back out to the 27-yard line. Nice run back by
Can you hear
Gugemus.
me now? Over.
First and 10, Sandhills Thedford, ball on
I'll
the
just come down.
28-yard line.
Someone came up to me and gave me some bags of candy.
Zuderman takes that snap from center, hands it to Pokorny straight forward. Pokorny fights his way through the line. He's dragging guys with him, making extra yards. So second down, about 3 yards to go. Good run inside by Pokorny.
That's it, ball!
Zudervern to Hickman again, this time around the left-hand side. He's going to lose about a half a yard on the play. He's met instantly by the defense and brought down. Third down and a yard to go. He did actually make a few yards on that play. Hand off to Hickman up the middle. He heads down the right-hand side. He takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Sandhills Thedford. Zudervern to Hickman around the right-hand side. Got a little extra help over there in the corner, but we got him under control. Sandhills Thedford will set up for the point after attempt after the nice run by Hickman. Would have been about 42 yards, 41 yards on the play. Alvaro splits the uprights for the extra point. So here just a little over a minute and a half into this second half. Sandhills Thedford strikes again. Zudervern to Hickman. Long run. Gugamus will tee it up to kick it off. Back deep again is number 1, Tyler Pickworth for the Raiders. Gugamus looks it over. He kicks it away, kicks it deep. Pickworth takes on about the 10-yard line, coming right. Back to the center of the field, drops the ball. Ball's loose. Ball comes loose, and Sandhills Thedford jumps on the ball. Pickworth was fighting for extra yardage. He had went back to the center of the field and loses the handle. Sandhills Thedford takes over possession at about the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Sandhills Thedford. Reese Zudevern brings him to the line, looks him over. Zudevern hands off to McCorney around the right-hand side. McCorney fighting hard. He's going to make about... McCorney's going to take the ball to the right-hand side. He's going to get about 7-8 yards on that play. Zudevern to McCorney around the right-hand side. Maybe call that 6 yards. 2nd down, 4 to go for the Knights. Zudevern brings a play in from the sidelines. Sandhills Thedford up over the ball. Zudevern looks him over. Hickman and McCorney in the backfield. Hands off to McCorney straight up the middle. McCorney takes a handoff straight up the middle. Going to gain a couple yards on the play. We've got 3rd down, about a yard to go. Good tough run in the middle by McCorney. Zudevern handed that off immediately as he hit the line. 3rd down and a yard. Zudevern again brings him up. It's still McCorney and Hickman in the backfield. McCorney again to the right-hand side. He's going to fight his way forward. He's going to have the 1st down. Zudevern hands off McCorney. This time he's going left. He's going to have the 1st down. 1st and goal, I believe, for the Sandhills Thedford. No, it would be, yes, 1st and goal. Sandhills Thedford ball on about the 8-yard line. Good tough run by McCorney in the middle. Reese Zudevern brings him to the line again. Looks things over. He's got McCorney and to his right, Ty Hickman to his left. McCorney again with the handoff coming around the left-hand side. Hickman leading the way, blocking for him. He's going to get all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Be 2nd and goal. Looks like about the 3-yard line, 2.5, 3-yard line. Sandhills Thedford, 2nd and goal. About 2.5 yards to go to find the end zone. Zudevern again. Hands off to McCorney around the right-hand side. He's turning the corner. He's in there for the touchdown. McCorney's in for the touchdown after the handoff from Zudevern going to the right-hand side. He turns the corner. Doesn't find a lot of opposition out there wide. Touchdown, McCorney. Sandhills Thedford will set up again for a point after attempt. Alvaro's going to attempt the kick. Alvaro Farron, our foreign exchange student playing. Awesome kicker, getting ready to boot this one in for the point after. And it's good. Alvaro with the point after, good. Point after attempt is successful. Sandhills Thedford will come down and prepare to boot it away again. Thank you to the Sandhills Thedford Band for being here today and playing tunes for us, and for Miss Schaefer doing the national anthem, and little cheerleaders for entertaining us at halftime. Appreciate all you that invest in our student athletes. Pickworth back deep again for the Raiders. So Alvaro Farron's teeing the ball up to kick it away. Here with 7:07 still to go in the third quarter. Score 59-6. Sandhills Thedford leading. Pickworth back deep. Alvaro boots it away hard. It's going to be over here, Pickworth's shoulder and into the end zone for the touchback. Touchback on the kick by Alvaro. It'll come out to the 15-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 15-yard line on the touchback. So the Mead Raiders come to the ball. Number 7, Luke Carrott is quarterback. Got receivers out wide. Carrott takes the snap and gives it off immediately to the running back up the middle. Handoff up the middle. Not going to go very far. In fact, going to maybe lose. They're going to gain a yard on the play. Number 30, the ball carrier, Bo LaCroix. 2nd down and 9 yards to go for the Mead Raiders. Luke Carrott brings him to the line again, looks him over. Again, got receivers out wide. One in the backfield. Takes a snap, looking to pass. Overshoots his intended target. Carrott drops back to pass to the right-hand side. Number 80, number 87 are out there. Jacob Herring appeared to be the recipient of that pass. It falls incomplete. So bring up 3rd down, 9 yards to go. 3rd and 9 for the Raiders. There's good coverage on the defense that time by Sandhills Thedford. Both receivers on this side were defended well. Again, 2 wide outs, 1 in the backfield. Luke Carrott looking at the field over and takes the snap. Luke Carrott drops back, finds number 9 immediately on the quick pass, Brandon Coranda. And Brandon is dropped immediately for a short gain on the play. So we've got 4th down, about 5 yards to go for the first. Good defense on that play. He got that ball, a nice quick pass right on the money, but brought down instantly. Who's deep? Is that Scranton? Hickman. Hickman is deep for Sandhills Thedford. Take this punt, number 16, it'll be the punter. It's Tanner Price. Tanner boots a good one. It's over toward the west side, the right side of the field. Goes out of bounds between the 30 and the 20. Nice punt again by Tanner. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. So Sandhills Thedford will take over there. 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Nice punt out of bounds away from the running back, Trey Hickman. Just quarterbacking. So Sandhills Thedford comes out with a new quarterback. Gugamis is going to lead the team. There's a timeout on the field. Sandhills Thedford calls a timeout. So here with 4:01 to go in this third quarter, timeout on the field. Sandhills Thedford calls a timeout. Got Gugamis in there at the helm. So new quarterback, Gugamus, brings him to the line, looks him over. Got 2 in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands off to the second man through. It's going to be Hakey on the carry, number 28. He's going to gain a few yards on the play. Defense was there and ready for him. Bring up second down and 8 yards to go for Sandhills Thedford. Gugamus to Hakey again around the right-hand side. He didn't do as good this time. They were waiting on him. Couldn't turn the corner, so he's going to bring up third down. Lost a yard on the play. Third down and 9 yards to go for Sandhills Thedford. So Gugamus brings a play in. Got receivers out wide, 3, and a tight end. He's alone in the backfield. So Gugamus throws the ball, it bounces off the receiver's chest, but it bounces into the hand of another. It was right into the chest of another Sandhills Thedford guy. That was quite a pass. Bounced off the chest and one receiver into the hands of another. Nice gain on the play, all the way down to the 19-yard line. First and 10, Sandhills Thedford on a ricochet pass. Gugamus brings him up again, looks him over. Got 2 in the backfield. Handoff goes to number 23. Connor Cooksley takes that snap. Or not the snap, he takes the ball from Gugamus, who takes the snap. Takes it right up the middle. He's going to get about 5 yards on that first down run. Right in the middle. Good run by Cooksley on first down. Ball's down on the 15-yard line. Second down and 6 yards to go for Sandhills Thedford. Gugamus once again brings him to the line. Get a tight set, 2 in the backfield. Hands off to number 14 right up the middle.
Carson.
That's Carson Cooksley. Carson Cooksley with the run that time, again up the middle. He's going to gain a few yards on the play. Going to bring up third down and short for Sandhills Thedford. Gugamus once more brings him up the line, looks him over. 2 in the backfield, 1 offset. It's number 23. Number 23, Cooksley again takes that handoff, goes left. It was a rough running over there. He's fighting through traffic, looking for extra yards. See where it gets put down. Ball sputtered on about the 10-yard line. It's fourth down, and the clock is winding down. This will be the end of the third quarter. So here at the end of the third quarter, Sandhills Thedford 59, the Raiders 6. Sandhills Thedford looking to close this out this evening in dominating fashion one more time. Mead come in here and fought hard and got some injuries. They are going to end their season here tonight. Sandhills Thedford will move on to the next round. We'll see where that is and when it is. So we'll switch ends of the field. And Sandhills Thedford will have 4 4th down and short. So Sandhills Thedford is going to set up and try the 3-point field goal. Alvaro will kick it away. Alvaro looks him over. Zudevern's going to take the snap and tee it up. And it's good. Alvaro kicks it through the uprights from about the 15-yard line. Nice field goal attempt and successful. So Sandhills Thedford just continues to pile on the points and take advantage of. Mead Raiders traveled about 4.5 hours to be out here today. Long trip for them, a lot of time on the road. Brought a good contingency of fans with them as well. Good to have them in town tonight. Alvaro tee it up to kick it off. Pickworth again will be deep for the Raiders. Alvaro looks him over, gets the whistle, and he boots it away deep. Pickworth will take it on about the 1-yard line. Brings it out fighting hard. He's brought down at about the 10. Pickworth takes that ball deep, brings it back out, and he makes it out to about the 10-yard line before he's brought down. So Mead Raiders will have 1st and 10. Ball's going to be on about the 11-yard line. They got a new quarterback. Looks like we got a new quarterback for the Mead Raiders, number 16. That's Tanner Price. 2 out wide, 1 in the backfield. Tanner takes a snap, handoff to number 3. That's Hayden Watson. Hayden Watson gets that handoff. Number 3 goes around the right-hand side. Nice gain on first down play. I think about 6-7 yards on that play. New captain in there, number 16, Tanner Price, handling the calls. 2nd down, 3 yards to go for the Raiders. Tanner brings him up. Everybody's in tight this time. 1 in the backfield. 2 in the backfield. Hand off again to number 3. Number 3, Hayden Watson gets that handoff again. He's going to make enough for the 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Raiders. Good tough run by Hayden as he works around the left-hand side fighting for yards. So 1st and 10. Ball's on about the 24-yard line. Price under the center. Again, is going to hand that ball off to number 3. One more time, Hayden Watson goes up the middle to the right-hand side. He's going to gain about 5 yards on 1st down. Made good hard run. Brings 2nd down. We're going to call it 5 yards to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. Just short of it. Tanner Price breaks huddle, brings him to the line. 2 wide receivers out. 1 running back, number 3 in the backfield. Tanner takes a snap. He's looking to throw the ball. He's looking downfield. Tanner looks downfield to find his receiver in the middle of a crowd of Sandhills Thedford Knights. Intended receiver, I believe, was Waylon Grease. The ball is batted down, incomplete, so third down, 5 yards to go for the Raiders. After that incomplete pass, Tanner brings him up again. Again, 2 wide out receivers, 1 running back in the backfield. Hands it off to number 3. Finds some room in the middle. Number 3 is going to find more room in the middle, going to make it up for the first down. Hayden Watson running hard in the middle of the formation. He's going to be about the 36-yard line for the 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Fresh play comes in from the sidelines. Sandhills Thedford with their second team in, looking offense over. Again, 2 wide outs, 1 running back in the backfield. Tanner again hand off to number 3. One more time, Hayden Watson runs right up the middle, but there's a flag on the play. See what's going to happen here. It's going to be illegal procedure on the Raiders. So the Raiders with fresh quarterback and backfield have motion on the play, and it's going to be backed up 5 yards. So repeat first down, and first down and 15 yards to go. Again, 2 out wide. Number 3, Hayden Watson in the backfield. Tanner calls for the ball. Tanner calls for the ball and pitches it out to number 3 around the end on the option. He's brought down immediately. Flag on the play.
By Colin Winklebauer.
Who?
Colin Winklebauer.
Colin Winklebauer on the stop. Illegal use of the hands on the offense. It's going to set them back some more. Penalty is going to be declined by Sandhills Thedford. It'll bring up second down and 15 yards to go. Sandhills Thedford declines that penalty to take the down away. Tanner up under center. It's number 3, Hayden Watson again on the handoff. Hayden's running tough here in this second half. He's going to gain about 4 yards. It's going to be third down and about 12 yards to go for the first. Good tough run by Hayden. He's been doing the work here in the last series. Tanner again brings him up. He's got 2 in the backfield. Everybody else is in tight. Takes the snap from center. It's a quarterback run all the way. Tanner takes that ball. It's a quarterback run all the way. He comes left, and Carson Cooksley and others take him out of bounds. So it's going to be fourth down, about 9 yards to go. He did gain a couple yards on the play. So bring up fourth down for the Raiders. Ball's on about the 37-yard line, still in their own territory. Tanner called the play, breaks huddle, brings him to the line. 2 wide outs, 1 left, 1 right. Got number 3, Hayden Watson, in the backfield with him. Looking like he wants to pass. He's got pressure. He throws the ball. Hayden rolls, Tanner rolls right. He's wanting to throw. He's got pressure. He throws it down into coverage. The ball's batted down. There's a flag on the play, midfield. It's going to be holding on the defense. Holding on the defense. So that'll give the Raiders new life as they step this one off. It'll be an automatic first down. Ball's now on about the 38-yard line in Sandhills Thedford territory. 1st and 10. So on the penalty, the holding penalty, Sandhills Thedford gives them the yards for the first down. Tanner brings him to the line. Again, too deep in the backfield with Tanner, nobody out. Hand off to number 3 again around the right-hand side. He's a tough little runner. Number 3, Hayden Watson, gets that handoff, goes around the right-hand side. He's proven to be a tough runner. Going to gain about 6 yards on the play. So bring up second down and 4 yards to go for the Raiders. They're grinding it out on the ground, making good yards. Raiders come to the line. Tanner looks him over again, got 2 backs behind him in backfield. Tanner takes that snap and hands off to number 12. Wayland down the middle, and the ball never finds a handle, and it's dropped. And Sandhills Thedford on the ball for the turnover. Sandhills Thedford will be 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line on the turnover. Ball just never got between the quarterback and the running back on that handoff. Gugamus brings a play in from the sidelines. Sandhills Thedford approaches the ball. Tight set, 2 in the backfield. Gugamus under center, calls for the ball. Hands off to number 14 instantly. Goes straight forward to Carson Cooksley. Going to make about 3 yards on the play. Carson Cooksley with the carry right up the middle. Going to get about 3-4 yards on the play. So second down, 6 yards to go. Tough run in the middle by Cooksley. Braden Gugamus once more time brings him to the line. Again, everybody in tight, 2 in the backfield. Looks him over. Snap from center. Pitches out to number 3. Gugamus takes that snap and he runs right, pitching it out to number 3. That's Keegan Schaefer. He's met in the backfield by a bunch of Raiders. They're going to bring him down back at the original line of scrimmage. So bring up third down, 10 yards to go. Punting? Not yet. Sandhills Thedford under the center. Ball's on the ground. Fumble on the play and between the center. I believe Sandhills Thedford retained possession. Sandhills Thedford looking to boot it away. Ball is on the 25-yard line. No. So Gugamus back to take the snap, punt it away. So Gugamus gets a monster punt. It rolls all the way down to the 10-yard line, only on about 1 bounce. Nice kick. Back the Raiders up to the 10-yard line. So they'll start there, 1st and 10 after a nice punt by Gugamus. Gugamus put the foot in that one, and it just kept going. Over the head of the receiver, bounced around and blown dead at the 10-yard line. Raiders deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Tanner brings him to the line, takes the snap, once again handoff to number 3. Tanner hands off to number 3 again on the right-hand side. Defense is looking for him at this point. He's stopped after a gain of about 4 yards. So we have second down, ball just short of the 15-yard line. So second down, about 6 yards to go. Good tough run by number 3 again, Hayden Watson. He's carrying the mail here in the second half. Tanner brings him up, got one out wide to the left, one in the backfield, tight to the right. Tanner takes a snap. It's a quarterback run all the way. And he's put out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Tanner takes that snap from center. It's a quarterback run all the way. He comes around the left-hand side. He is run out of bounds about the 22-yard line. And that's it. The time clock runs out. Time is up. This game is in the books. Sandhills Thedford prevails 62-6 over the Mead Raiders. Want to thank the Mead people for coming in today. Good to have you out here in the Sandhills. Trust that you'll have a great trip home. Be careful and watch out for those deer and other things crossing the roads. Thank you again to the volunteer fire department, for law enforcement, to the greenskeepers out here on the field, 7th grade for concessions, the little girl cheerleaders for cheering. Remember, there's a retro picture in front of the grandstands at this moment. So please, if you're dressed retro, slide on over there and be part of the group.